Yes, people, welcome back to the Magpie Channel TV. As you can see, just finished up a nice round of golf there. Last few holes to go. I get the notifications, my Apple Watch is going mental, phone's going crazy, typing me double bogeys. And then I get this news, Marc Guehi to Newcastle United. Yes, finally, this is a transfer we can get behind. We've been obviously talking lately about William Osulu. I forgot his name. Is it Osulu? And who cares about him anymore? Because now we're talking about Marc Guehi. Listen, there's been underwhelming response to the transfer rumours and the players we've signed so far this summer. This is the first real, concrete, class one that we have on our hands. And Sky Sports News are reporting it now as well, that Newcastle United have opened talks with Crystal Palace over the signing of defender Marc Guehi. We are the first club to do so, and this would be a big statement, a big coup for Newcastle. I always never know which way to say that. I'm just too excited, people. I tell you what, I heard this news and I hit the best bunker shot of my life and actually sank the putt after it as well. So yeah, happy with that. Still, yeah, mad around blaming the heat. But the excitement is real on this one for me, on Marc Guehi. This would be a tremendous top signing, and it would be a statement signing for me if we could get the England defender in. Now, we do have to park it a little bit and not get too carried away, even though I clearly am, because there's still talks that Guehi might even sign a new contract at Crystal Palace. I would be surprised at that. But if he's settled there, you know, you've seen Zaha do it in the past. Ezzy's still there at the minute. He could still move this window. But the 24-year-old, you know, he's got a deal until 2026. So he's still got some time down there. But Newcastle, they came with a big bid that would surely tempt the Selhurst Park club to do a deal. It is said to believe the fee would be about 60 million quid, at least north of 60 million. And, you know, that's the market, especially for English players. When you look at Branthwaite, when he was linked to Man U and they wanted 75, 80 million for him, Marc Guehi, you could argue, is more settled than Branthwaite. Branthwaite's had, what, one good season? Guehi's been around now for 2 or 3. He's looked great, you know, he played for England. Branthwaite didn't even get in the squad. And Guehi was one of England's star players at Euro 2024. He was absolutely solid throughout the campaign, a unit at the back, and he was fantastic for the Three Lions over there in Germany. And he's been fantastic for a while now down there in South London. And you've got to say, I would be absolutely buzzing with this signing. Now, you do have to admit that it could be the case that Newcastle are opening talks, and then it obviously alerts other clubs now, because it's all over Sky that Newcastle are the first ones to do it. It was the Athletic, David Ornstein, yes only, who broke the news of Newcastle going in for, I was going to say Chow there, I'm going to get to him in a minute, going in for Marc Guehi. That might now, like I say, perk up the ears of other teams, because he is meant to be very highly sought after by many top clubs in the Premier League and around Europe. So we might have some competition on our hands now. But Newcastle are the first to the race of signing Guehi, and it would be some signing, man. Like I said, what a move this would be. It would really solidify our centre-back partnership for the next decade. If you ask me, you know, you have Guehi and Botman side by side. We'd nearly have the English back line as well. You know, take Botman out, you'll have 3 of the 4. You know, anticipate Tino Livramento should surely get into that England squad soon. You know, I know they've got Reece James, Trent, and these players don't really get in, they're injured. So Tino, for me, will be the future right back. Lewis Hall, most definitely, will be the future left back, because we know that's a position that England have struggled in it this year. Trippier had to come in there, a half-fit Luke Shaw was there. So that place for Hall is up for grabs, definitely. And then you'd have Marc Guehi there as well. So 3 out of the 4 potential England back line. That would be unbelievable. All young as well, you know, all under the age of 24, I believe, at the minute. Our potential defence for next season if we did sign Marc Guehi. So it's really promising, really promising. I think it would be a sensational deal if we could pull it off. It's a lot of money, don't get us wrong, it's at least 60 million for him, but that's the going rate these days, especially for English players, and especially for his age, that position. Listen, that would sort us right out, and that is our priority target, according to Sky Sports this summer, is the centre-back, alongside, obviously, we know the right winger. But now, apparently, it's the centre-back more than the right winger. So that leaves us a bit worried. We're kind of going into this season with Almiron on the right wing. I don't think we should go with Almiron anyways. If we didn't sign anyone, it should be Jacob Murphy. Jacob Juicy Murphy, he's on fire. He's better all round than Almiron for me. But again, I want to really improve that right wing. Surely, we've got to do that this summer. And that would see a large chunk of our money. Then I guess we'd have 30 to 40 to spend on a right winger. I know we've been linked with 30 million bids for Gonzalez. I bet other ones out there, you know, your Ferran Torres and Obviously, Alanga's very much liked by Eddie Howe, and yeah, so it doesn't matter. Guehi from Chelsea has been 100 links, hasn't it, for right wingers. But Marc Guehi at centre back is the one that everyone is talking about today. It's all over Sky Sports now. The Athletic broke it about an hour or so ago, I think. Can't remember what it was now. On this golf course on this sunny Friday afternoon in the Toon, and what a way to start the weekend with that news. But like I said, we have got to not get overly excited just yet, because yes, we've opened talks. Palace are interested in hearing those. You know, they're not saying nah, he's not for sale. They acknowledge the fact that he does only have 2 years left on his deal, so they could definitely do with cashing in on him. They wouldn't mind that. I think they'd understand if Guehi wanted to move elsewhere. Listen, Guehi actually said during the summer in a Euro 2024 England video that St James Park is his favourite place to play football, and it's the best atmosphere he's ever experienced. So that's a positive. Loves it up here already. Absolutely loves St James Park. Loves pasties, loves bridges. Get him here. Anthony Gordon was also asked about him on England duties this summer. Asked about the Guehi links, and he said it would be an amazing signing for Newcastle. He would love to see him bring to a club. He says he's a lovely lad and he deserves all the success he's getting, and he says he's one of the best defenders around. He says he's got it all. You know, he's got a really good understanding of the game, come from the ball, tall, strong, aggressive. So yeah, listen, he ticks all the boxes that Newcastle want, that anybody would want, I guess, for a centre back for on that right side. You know, it's exactly what we need, and this would change everything. This would change everything for this window, and the bit of you know, disgruntled noise coming out the fan base over the lack of signings this summer. Everyone's getting impatient, and with the Sheffield kid coming, you know, Big Willie style, people weren't obviously overly enthused by that. A third choice striker who hasn't scored any goals for Sheffield United in 28 appearances, but like I've said on other videos, now he's young. We'll see how we do. This one, on the other hand, is a signing. This is what people are wanting, craving, needing. Big Marc Guehi signing this one if we managed to get Marc Guehi at St James's Park. Honestly, man, this gets me very excited. I don't even get excited over centre backs, but he's a perfect modern day centre back, and again, English. That back line would be solid. That would be the 3 lines back line pretty much at the Geordies. So aye, if we can pull this off, it would be a big statement signing. And the Athletic are saying that, Sky are saying that, you know, this would make people stand up and again make them realise that Newcastle United are serious since this takeover, because we haven't had a big move in what feels like a long time. You know, obviously January now happened, this summer so far now it's happened, even last summer, you know, bringing in Tino, Hall, Barnes. Tonali was the big one. We haven't seen him play yet. He'll be like a new signing when the new league runs around, that old cliche. But I tell you what, Guehi to Newcastle, that's the news today, people. It would take £60 million minimum to get the right-sided centre-back. He also plays on the left. He's very comfortable with both feet, so that's good news to Newcastle United. Let me know in the comments, are you happy with that one? Would you rather see a different one? Obviously, Malik Chow's a name that's been linked for a very long time. And as I was going to touch on earlier, just remembered, people are suggesting that maybe this could be a bit of a, you know, a backfeeder to Milan to say, well, listen, you want to accept the bid that we've made for Chow, which is led to believe like 30-35, Milan are holding out for 40 plus. And if you don't, we're moving on to the targets, clearly, like we've just done. So is it a wake-up call to Milan to say, you need to accept the Chow bid, or you're not getting another one, and we're going to get Guehi instead, or we're looking elsewhere? So that could be a wake-up call for AC Milan. That could be a little dig towards them to say, listen, accept or tough luck, we're moving on. I don't know if that's the case. I think it looks like we might have moved on now, and I think Milan and Chow might have moved on. Milan's been featuring Chow heavily in their pre-season tour, so he's been playing a lot of games. He played the other night. So I don't know, but then again, we'll see. Guehi, listen, it's not done by all stretch of the imagination. There's a lot of work to be done, probably a lot of money to be put up and negotiations to take place. It won't be straightforward. I don't think it'll be the case that Palace accept the bid and you see out tomorrow or next couple of days, but we'll wait and see. It's exciting either way. It shows that Newcastle are still active, are still going for a big move this summer. You know, we're not settling on third try strikers and freebies and 40-year-old goalkeepers. Big up my guy John Ruddy. We are going to still look for some big transfers this window. Get in there. Subscribe to the channel, give this one a like, enjoy yourself.